to another oops. Welcome to another mod spot. I shouldn't wave while inside. Well, nothing happens. Okay. Hello. I did it again. I can't stop waving. Let's step outside. Hello and welcome to another mod spotlight. This time we are spotlighting OpenBlocks, and I've got like a bunch of stuff down here. So let's start with this building I'm wrecking. First, we've got some stuff to get up and down levels in your house. This is a normal vanilla Minecraft. This is not a normal vanilla hatchet. It works like a hatchet, so you can't go through. But if you open it, it also works like a ladder. Very nice. Now what we have here is a rope ladder. Also very nice. It's just crafted with some sticks and some string. Right here, rope ladder. Some sticks, some string, and it's very easy to use it. I mean, if you make a little overhang here, you can see it. You just sneak up here, right click, and one rope ladder will last until it hits another block. It's very handy. You can climb up on the same side that you put it down. If you try on the other side, you should go through it. So while we are up here, we have another different way of getting down. Pressing shift, these are elevator blocks. Pressing space on the bottom one will transform you to the top one. Pressing shift on the top one will put you on the bottom one. You can have more than one on top of each other, so you can have like 3 levels. And if you die these, like there's a purple die here, that's purple. If you press space, nothing happens. Nothing happens when I shift either. But when I go back here and dye this one the same color, they are working again. Okay, let's look at the next thingy. We have flags. These are just for decoration. Oh, you can play like capture the flag with it. Very easy to craft. Just some dye, which is wrong because I'm not dye. Just some sticks and some carpet, and you'll make 3 flags. Shift right click and you'll change color. You can have it in any color you want. Need the 16 Minecraft colors. Okay, next up is a light box, and I had a map placed. Let's just spawn a new one, new map. So you can have a map, put it in there, and it'll show you the surroundings instead of an item frame. Also very easy to craft. Just some little bit of iron and torch and a glass pane. Not that hard. And up here, if you look pretty close, we have a bunch of little mobs. These are just basically trophies, and you get them from beating mobs as a random drop. And some of these do things when you right click, some of these just make noise, like Lost, Silverfish, which doesn't make noise, Kitty, Bat. The skeleton actually fires arrows, and they can't hurt you. The little spider just poisons you, leaves you toys, and I got leather. Did I get leather from the cow? Okay, what a noise. Slime. Enderman teleports you to a random location nearby, which is very unsettling. The creeper blows up. Chicken seems to drop an egg once in a while. Maybe they do drop stuff. So the iron golem might drop we'll call this iron ingots. Nice. Zombie pigmen dropping nuggets, zombies, villagers, sheep, mushroom cow, wolf. Snowman makes snow. So you can have an automatic snow generator. Just right click, shovel, right click, shovel. What else do we have? We have the squid, which will create water. And that's good. Gonna mess up everything. Okay, moving on. You see this weird block, it's red cross, and it's a healer block. Can only be spawned in creative, does not have a recipe, and it just heals the player that's nearby completely all the time, and that's all it does. So it's perfectly put on like spawn or a general area where lots of people should gather and not get killed. Next up we have tanks. These are dynamic and they link up to each other. So if I Place it like that. You see it'll even out. And each tank will hold like 16 buckets. They'll all even out like that. See? And if you break these, if you weren't in creative, you would retain what's inside. See? Very nice. And next up, we have a experience bottler. Before I show you that, I'll show you another thing with these thingies. What we have here is an XP drain, and what that actually does is it'll drain your XP if you are in survival. Let's see, bottle of experience, and we'll just get some levels. There we go. We got some levels, and this XP grade is connected to tanks right there. So if I stand on this, it will drain my experience and put it in the tanks. You can also put this XP drain on this XP bottler machine. And now let's grab some glass bottles. That's just one bottle. There we go. Some glass bottles, and we'll see. You've got a little interface here. You've got items. So you can right click on this and rotate it, and then say the left side, click on it, click auto extract, and it will auto extract a bottle from a nearby inventory into the XP bottler. Now this is the output. So we go to the right side where we have a chest, click on it, hit auto eject, and whatever it makes, it'll auto eject into this chest. And now we have a drink option, and since we have a tank on the bottom and on the back, we can specify like on the bottom, because the back one doesn't have anything in it yet. So we'll see the bottom and say auto drink, and you'll see the internal inventory pop up, fill with liquid experience, because that's what's in the tanks, fill these bottles, and it'll make bottles of enchanting. And there's more things you can do, like this is an automatic enchantment table. Works the exact same way. You can auto extract items from one side and eject them on the other side, and then have it say drink from the bottom. So items get pulled in here. You decide which level of enchantment you want. It gets output over here, and then automatically into an adjacent chest to that location. Internal buffer for liquid experience. And same with an anvil. We have extractions. You can extract from two things, like if you have books, you can say I have tools on the left side of my block and books on the back side, and it'll put in the slots, create an item. This is tools, this is one side, and books is another side, see. And the tools will get auto ejected just like the other side, and then it'll use experience from whatever side you pick, and it'll automatically combine enchantments or put enchantments via books on your tools. And that's all the automatic experience thing. Does it keep making noise? Where does it get all the experience from? I don't think it has any left. But you can put this crate on top of that machine too and just stand on there and have your experience automatically bottled. Okay. Next up, we have a sprinkler, which is a way to make farms grow faster. So if we grab some seeds, here's some seeds, and we plant these, you'll see that the sprinkler will sprinkle them with water. Is he selling experience bottles? Never seen that happen. Like so. And you should see it works a little bit like bone meal, in that it shall go away. It shall make the growth of these seeds grow faster, and it'll drain the water that's outside this tank, so you may want a way to automatically fill that. But it's a neat addition to the farm, instead of just having a pool of water there. But it will use up water as it grows more crops. Okay, next up we have this neat little block. It's a building guide. Like, these are ghost blocks, not really there. Go through them. But you can just, if you want to build like a dome, this is very handy so you can see where you want all your blocks to be, like up there. But a dome is not the only thing you can buy. If you shift right click on it and see, now we're building a cylinder, a cuboid, a dome, a triangle. So you can make all sorts of things, pentagon, and it's not restricted in size either. Octagon, so you almost have like a circle. I have a sphere, and if you click, right click on the sides, like this side, if you see on the bottom left of my screen, it'll change. It did 10 times 8 times 8 and 11 times 8 times 8, so you can make it more like an elliptoid. If you click on the other side, it'll go back down by 8, and it'll just change the respective areas. So it's really, really, really big, and then make another side really, really small. Or if you want it higher, then you can. Or let's make it a lot higher. See, it's more like a wall now. You can basically build anything you want with this, and it'll help you. If you click on the button, it'll get smaller. Cool. Like that. Oh, this is 0, so you won't see anything. Okay, next up, I have these little 2 houses. And right in between we have a village highlighter, and if you give that a redstone signal, it'll highlight the center of the village in this cuboid, and then outside you'll see these little dots, and they are the boundaries of the village. That's the everything inside this is considered a village, and your iron golems would spawn around here if you have enough villagers. Okay, what is next? Well, this was supposed to be the XP grade again. We have a target, and for the target we are going to need a bow. There we go. I'll create it so I don't need arrows, and if you hit the target, it'll output a redstone signal, and it'll travel. It's a variable, so the closer you hit to the target, oh, I suck. The farther the signal will travel, and the target itself also requires redstone signals. That it doesn't work anymore, and it'll also pop off all the arrows. If you hit it, boink, you can pick it back up. Okay, so what is next? Next up, we have OpenBlocks' very own items transportation system. We've got cannons, we've got vacuum hoppers, and we've got a chest with stuff in it. And for that, I will need a cursor. So this is how you operate it. You right-click on the cannon, and then you can select, like, I want to shoot over there, go aim over there, I want to shoot up there. So this one shoot that's at this vacuum hopper, and this one will shoot at this vacuum hopper. What the vacuum hopper does is it sucks up any items, see, like that, foam, and the cursor, and it'll keep it in its internal storage. And just like the XP drains, you've got you can switch it around and then say which one you want to output to. So I can output to the top if I had a chest on the top, but I want to output to the bottom. You can have more than one output too. And the nice thing about these is if you have these near a mob farm, it'll output experience too. It'll keep it in this thingy, and then you can have it in a tank and output it in a tank automatically. Now onto the cannons again. If you give them a redstone signal, they will shoot where you point it, and these vacuum hoppers will collect it and put it in the chest. So if I do it like this, it'll shoot it over and over. So you could set up a simple transport system with just this. It's not that hard to make. Dispenser, iron bars with a redstone. Not that hard. This one is a little bit more expensive. It requires ender pearls and its own hopper. Let's see. Ender pearls are maybe a little bit hard to get in the beginning of the game. There we go. Okay, what do we have next? We've got a pool of lava. And for that pool of lava, we've got sponges. Not the Minecraft sponge. This is a different sponge. Crafted with wool and slime balls. And if you put it in the lava, it'll make the lava disappear. Permanently. And the block just turns into fire. So you'll lose a fire every time you use it. You'll lose a sponge every time you use it. And I see we have captured some villagers in some bear traps. So you just place these down. And then you lure, right click it, it opens up. And if you lure an animal in there, shock! It will catch them and they will stay in place. Now we have another neat little item, which is a fan. And it just blows. Literally, it blows. That's all it does, it blows. It blows items. So also useful in an item transportation system, like if you have a vacuum hopper over here. You can have a mob farm and then fruit, blow all the items into the vacuum hopper. I believe you can turn them off with a redstone signal, so let's see about that. Redstone signal, voila. Okay, maybe not. Okay, it does not turn it off with a redstone signal. My bad. Okay, next up we've got this little setup. We've got a block breaker, a block placer, and an item dropper. Item dropper works just as you would think it would. Just pops up an item at the bottom, it's like a dispenser. The item placer just places items, and the item breaker breaks items. Puts them in a chest behind it, or it just shoots them out if you want to. Like that. Okay. Next up, we have first this one. This is a paint mixer. The way this works is you make paint cans out of milk. So we grab ourselves a bucket of milk, like so, and then we need some dye. We need some magenta, which goes into the slot. And you can see this little thing increase, but there's already stuff in there, so it doesn't increase right now. We need some magenta. Magenta. This is magenta. There we go. Doesn't get used up either yet. Let's see. Yellow. I think the yellow is running out. Okay, the yellow is not running out. And we put an ink sac in a black slot. Now you can choose any color you want. Like, I want to create a nice shade of purple. So you can increase and decrease the brightness. You can also type it in here if you know the hex code. And then you just hit mix. And it will make the milk into paint. And we've got our paint can with our custom color. You plop that down, and then you just get a paintbrush. That's just wool on top of two sticks. And you dip it in the paint can, and then you can just paint. You can make different paint. We grab ourselves another bucket of milk, put it in the machine, and make a shade of yellow. You see that the magenta got used up, so we'll mix another batch of paint. Oops. Start painting this house. And see, it's shaking the paint can. There we go. Got our new paint can. And we got ourselves some yellow paint, so just right click and you can paint with a different color. Matching houses. There's also a different kind of block called canvas. That's especially useful for painting since it's just a blank canvas. So you can make a nice little wall out of these blocks. Voila, like that. And nobody will ever know. So we'll paint it. Oop. Painted it wrong, but I can just overpaint it. It's no problem. Pick that one again. Very nice. If you want to get rid of the color, you can use a squeegee. And you can just right click and it'll scrape out the paint. These blocks. And the next block we've got is a drawing table, and for that you need some stencil. You can find a lot of these in dungeon chests as well. You can craft unprepared stencils, paper, a little bit of iron. Put in a table, and you can select which stencil you want. So I want dots. Draw, and then you can just put them on the wall. But only one. Right click it again. These don't work like with creative, so let's put these on. You can like overlap paint, so I need a new paintbrush. Brush. There you go. So first dip it in the purple and paint on the yellow ones, and then dip it in the yellow one, and then paint the purple ones, and then just get rid of the paper. And look at what nice wall we made. Awesome for real. And then we get to the last group of interesting things. Some items. Let's set game mode to normal creative. We've got pencils and crayons. Let's see. Can I delete everything? Just make me want to get crayons and pencils. So we'll get some crayons, some pencils, and these come with matching glasses. So I've got that one. Okay, so if you use the magic pencil, you see nothing happens, but I can't walk through it. It's like there's a block there, but I can't. The piggy can see it. See, he's jumping on top of it. But if you use these pencil glasses, they start to become visible. Oh, they're over here. They are visible. Different modes of painting. You can paint panels. See, right there, panels. And half panels. Right here. Slabs, staircases. You can have them inverted so that you can't see them with the glasses on. They're still there. If I take the glasses off, you'll be able to see them. And you can make inverted panels and everything. Shift right click to change through the modes. Next up we have Magic Crayon, which works a little bit differently. If you right click with these, just walk through it like they're not there. But if you wear the crayon glasses, you can see them and you can walk on them. Just like with the pencil. Right click, make inverted ones. You can see these if you wear the glasses. And if you take the glasses off, they'll become visible. Very nice. Okay, what other items do we have in this mod? We have, well, these thingies are all combined to make an awesome thing. It's a crane backpack with this controller. Just equip it, and you'll see you'll have this crane stuck to your back. Here, you can see it. You press right click, shift right click. Let's see, like in the first person. I have to hold the controller, of course. Right click raises it, shift right click lowers it. If you do a left click, you'll attach it to the block, increase it, you can walk around with it, and you can place it down somewhere else. Just left clicking again. Lower it first to the floor. Raise it. Okay, now I'll let go. And we've moved our block. Let's work with these things too. Shift right click, down, left click. It won't attach to those special blocks. That's sad. But it's just neat to be able to do that. Okay, next up we've got a cartographer, which is used in conjunction with empty maps. You can have bigger maps. And we also need a height map projector. So the height map projector doesn't do anything on its own, it just projects maps, but since we don't have anything yet, it doesn't have anything to project. That's where this cartographer comes in. place. He'll follow you around, shift right click, and then he'll start a map, and he'll start mapping out the area around you in 3 dimensions. If I just look around here, blah blah blah, here, there, or everywhere. Did he just disappear? Oh, there he is. Come here, little fella. Come here. Shift right click on him again to get your map back. Shift right click it in here, and you'll have an awesome height map of the area projected right on top. Isn't that awesome? You can have some like these next to each other and then map out the entire area. Just hit him and he'll be back. Next up we have a slimalizer. Not hard to craft either. Some slime balls. You gotta find some slime balls first. And if it turns green when you right click it, it means you are in a slime chunk. Yeah, a slime chunk, that's what it's called. Out of slime chunk. In a slime chunk. You don't even have to right click, it automatically tells you. Bleep! You're in a slime chunk. Bleep! You're a slime chunk. Okay. What do we have next? We have luggage, which is pretty awesome. Just a diamond chest and some sticks. And it's basically a chest that should follow you. Follow me. It should follow you. And if you throw things on the ground, it should go and numb them. Which is actually pretty great if you go out mining. And even 8 luggage. Has 1 chest space. And when it gets hit by lightning, it turns into a double chest. Which I can't show you at the moment because I don't have anything that spawns lightning. Or do I? No, I don't. Okay, next up we have a hang glider. Just equip it in your backpack slot, I thought. No? And that's just when you jump down, don't glitch it automatically. You can hang glide. And you can go faster by pressing shift. So you just hold it in your inventory, right click it, and then let me go into survival first. See how that works. Okay, survival mode. For jump, I do this weird thing. Right click to unequip it. Jump and glide! Okay, do we have a cliff somewhere? I see the chest is following me. We have a cliff over there. Let's run to there. Actually pretty awesome. Hard to jump with. Okay. Let's jump off the cliff! Whee! If you press shift you go faster. You'd also descend faster. And I smacked my face against the floor. Ow. Okay, let's go back. Oh, you don't have to go back. I think that's about everything we have here. Still have the sleeping bag, which is pretty handy if you set the time to night. Midnight. If you're out exploring and you don't want to reset your spawn point and you want the night to end, just go to your survival inventory, equip it like that, and you'll just nap wherever you are without setting your spawn point. That's awesome. And just get a sleeping bag. And we've got these. These are really weird. Just iron helmet, some obsidian, stick, and some ingots. If you pop these on, your vision gets impaired, but you can see noises. I can see where the piggy is. It's right there. I can hear his footsteps. I can see my footsteps. So if somebody is stalking you, you can see through walls where they are. Great for multiplayer or caving. If you're in a cave and you hear creepers and zombies, you just pop these on. You say, they're right over there. There's a bunch of them. Let's not go there because they will probably destroy me. Okay. This was a mod spotlight on OpenBlocks. I'll have the download link. Well, not the download link. The link to the Minecraft forum page. Right there somewhere below. Or you can just click on my face again. to get to the Minecraft forum page. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And well, see you next time.